The text effects arrange plugin will allow us to arrange our text in different ways, and you can see when we drag it onto our scene tree that it arranges this text into a circle. So if we come into our text arrange plugin into the properties editor here, a couple of things that we can do to adjust this. So number one, since it already is in a circle, we have this offset, so we can offset where we want this text to start, and depending how much text you have, how big it is, what font it is, this is going to vary for you as far as the number percentage that you need. There's also a scale setting here, and as we decrease this, you can see how it is scaling the space in between these letters. And again, depending on which font you're using, it's going to be a little bit different. Beneath that, we have a shape. It's set to circle by default, but we can also choose a wave. So right now, we'll go back to circle and leave it here. Within the circle, there is a diameter setting, so you can decrease this diameter if you want to make it a full circle, and or increase it to spread it out. Again, very dependent upon the font you're using and the size. Again, we have the positioning, which is relative and absolute. So when you do change it to absolute here, you can come up into your offset again, and so we'll keep it on relative as it is on the default setting. Direction here, we have a clockwise and counterclockwise. So when you do change it to counterclockwise, what it's basically doing is flipping it. So if we come in and rotate this around here within our transformation axis editor, you can see that we now see the text effects. And if we go back and turn clockwise on, it's going to flip it back around. So we would rotate this back around. If you do need it to go the other way, that's the way you do it. You flip the directions and you use the rotation. So within the text effects arrange plugin, you do have a rotation here, so we can actually rotate this text 90 degrees or however much we want, and then we'd come in and rotate this again, and you can see as we rotate this how we are changing the text here. It's vertical, and we are seeing the inside of it now since we rotated it. Now we don't see the back side of it because text or any font is a 2D object, and we would need the expert or extrude to see the back side of it. So if we drag the extrude onto this font here, and we'll scale it up, and now you can see how we can see the back side of it. Once you do have it rotated, there's also an align. If we turn the align off, you can see what that's going to do. It's no longer going to align our letters facing the camera here. Now if we come up and change this setting to wave instead of circle, we get a whole other set of options here. So let's just go in and rotate our text here to see what's happening here, and we'll move it over a little bit. Within the arrange in the wave setting, again you have a length, so we can choose our wave length. There's also a width here that we can choose, and it will affect the width of that wave. There's the height of the wave, so we can take it down into the negative numbers or into the positive numbers here. And then there's also a shift here too, which is going to shift this wave. A dampening factor for the wave that you can adjust, and again, it keeps the rotation here too. So if you wanted to keyframe this wave length or wave position or anything with the wave, you would set your parameters down here under the wave, and then use this offset here to just set keyframes and animate this on. And you can see when we do move this offset percentage, how it's actually animating the text here in the wave fashion.